no matter what elite level you're at, everybody's doing the same thing, and that's what they're talking about here. And I'll just give you an example of how that works. And I had the honor to describe this to Dr. Chopra last night. So just very briefly, as a Navy SEAL, when I go into a room and I know there's going to be people shooting at me, if I try to use my eyeballs to see where the threats are in that room, I'm going to die, and my teammates are going to die. So we need to get into flow. And that flow state is what we call flipping the switch. So we would go into that room and flip the switch. And what that means is, if I tried using my eyeballs, I know I was dead. So I had to use every cell in my body to detect, to be aware of what was happening in that room. So if you don't meditate, you need to start. If you don't like the word meditation, call it something else. I have to do that a lot when I'm training people who want to learn to shoot. So I would go into the room and I would instantly be aware that there's a threat right here. He's got a gun, it's pointed at me. He's about to shoot me. There's also a threat right over here. Okay, he's not pointing his gun at me, he's pointing it at one of my teammates, but I know that. I now need to bring my eyes to my awareness, which is my threat, or your golf ball, right? And I move that there, and then I further move it to my front sight post after moving my awareness to from the target to my front sight post. And then I move my eyes to my front sight post. And then, as I say, I deliver exceptional customer service to that individual who asked for it. And because I'm using every cell in my body to be aware, I am not using my eyeballs, right? There's only so much your eyeballs can do, and like you heard, they lie to you. But your cells, your body, knows everything that's going on. So I know that my teammate already shot this guy over here, so I bring my awareness back to the room and find out what needs to be done. So everything you heard here, it's not just golf, it's not just baseball, it's not nutrition, it is everything. With the mind-body thing, I heard something interesting about that just recently where somebody said, and it was probably you, but you don't talk about the arm-wrist connection. You don't talk about the ankle-knee connection. It's all connected. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I think one point that has come through but needs to be articulated, and there's a difference between awareness and mind. Okay, the awareness of the mind is not the mind. So when Jason did that exercise, focus on the ball, focus on the target, and still have awareness of the ball, or focus on the ball, still have awareness of the target, that in our parlance is local and non-local awareness. So local awareness is focused awareness, and non-local is all this. And when you have both, that's a higher state of consciousness.
During the retreats, at some point during the programs and during the retreats, will there be practical training in how to take the awareness and living a life of flow and like performing this this task, golf, in the state of mindfulness and awareness and flow, then taking that into other things like how you interact with others, how your business.
It's the door. Once
it's an
you
entry
get inside
point, yes?
the door,
yeah.
The entry point, it affects everything, your personal relationships, your social interactions, how you live your life, and I would say it moves you into that place where you commit to a cause bigger than yourself.
And so, given that, there's the 3 to 5 days, which is an introduction and an entry point. Well, I'm assuming there will be further, more advanced courses that you can do.
Has to be, has to be.
That was a whole semester?
The process yesterday. Oh, there's grad school. You got 20 years before you get your degree.
Can I just play golf before that?
So there is going to be I think an annual, basically a one-year program. So you come to the workshop, it's a continuing group. So like Deepak talks about it, Seva, Satsang, Simran, the Eastern tradition is first is your work, let's say golf, in the community of like-minded people, which is a community. It could be online or offline, which is offline is La Costa, online is the Beyond Performance Jaya community, and then interaction, conversation. So we will continuously do this, and I think as we work through the programs, we will fine-tune it. But the goal is continuous.
Okay, it's not on. You're going to go to school for the rest of your life. You never stop learning. Just learn something new every day.
Tell them the learning progression. Learn and learn.
Okay, I didn't realize it was going to this. So long-term adaptive learning. If you're writing, write. If you're listening, listen. You learn to learn, you learn, and you learn to relearn. That never stops. You're always in that progression. Specific to you, mentally, physically, nutritionally, biomechanically, it's all, you should be more excited now, no matter what your age and where you are with your life. It's only going to get better if you decide to make the change. We good? All right.
Mic number 4. So the one question I think somebody asked, what is Jio? So Jio is a well-being platform co-founded by Dr. Chopra, me, and then we have Ken Vancini, one of our investors. So basically when you look at well-being, we look at nourish, move, love, meditate, sleep, and grow. So these are the principles for living. So one of the behavior thing is that how do you kind of incorporate this into your life? So we built an online mobile platform and also a web where we can kind of look at behavior. Behavior is equal to motivation, ability, and trigger at an instance of time. So understanding context. You flew from New York to San Diego. We pretty much can figure out you need to drink water, you need to balance, regulate your circadian rhythm, you need to kind of look at this nutrition. So you will never go back and look for this content. We can actually analyze the information and actually push it to you. So we actually look at motion. So if you're sitting in your desk for too long, we can look at motion and say, here's a seated stretch. So when we look at well-being based on Deepak's work, we look at the 10 aspects of well-being: intention, mind-body connection, nutrition, movement, sleep, eliminating toxicity, people, substance, and place, love and relationships, creativity and a youthful mind, career, and finance. So in these 10 areas, we have curated the best experts in the world. It's on Jio, J-I-Y-O. There's going to be a channel called Beyond Performance Sports, and where we will actually make all this content available. And then our goal is to also have video-based consults. So when you go back to wherever you all are, you can have video consultation with all the experts, and we'll bring in an ecosystem. So, thank you.
Leave you with one aphorism following what you said, what Tom said. People don't grow old. When they stop growing, they become old.